All right, this one's rich. This guy goes, "This is the future. Deal with it." Classic.
This is the future. Deal with it. The cultural guardrails are gone. Marriage is dead. Relationships are dead. Everything you thought you understood about society and culture is going away literally with the flick of a switch overnight, right in front of your eyes. You need to take control of your life. You need to grab it and start shaking the hell out of yourself and get serious, because the statistics that I'm reading right now are mind-blowing. Mind-blowing. 75% of college graduates in the next 5 years will not have an entry-level job. 75%.
In the next 5 years, I feel like that's already a problem now. Do you imagine in high school? Do you think they're going to tell them these statistics? I don't know how true that is, but it's probably not far off. Most of the college stuff's bullshit. It's been backfiring. We've reached the peak, right? Like, a college degree isn't worth what it was. Unfortunately, I'm not saying it's cool. But do you think in high school the teacher's going, now, just so you guys know, if you want to do this whole college thing, 75% of you will not find work. I'm just saying, throwing that out there. But if we know this, why do people even still go? Like, unless you're going to be a doctor. Like, seriously, unless you're going to be something for real. A lawyer. You know, something up there. What's even the point? I love how, like, teachers now, it's like, don't even make enough money. Which is fucked up. I'm not saying that's right. But most teachers don't make enough. But yet, it's kind of like, do what I did. He's right. This is the future. Nothing makes sense anymore. It really is bizarre shit. But we'll get into it.
I don't even know what to do with that statistic.
Just don't go to college. That's what you do.
I've got a 19-year-old daughter who's just got done with her freshman year in college. I had lunch with her last Saturday, and she looked at me and she says, "Dad, I don't know what I'm going to do. I mean, I don't even know if I'm going to have a job when I get out of college." And I didn't say a word. I just bit down hard on my food and
He goes, "I just kept eating." To be fair, though, why wouldn't he tell her right then and there, like, just stop going? Like, fuck the debt, get the hell out of there, right? But you know what's crazy is, like, you would look, somebody his age, how is he supposed to give advice to a 19-year-old girl on how to navigate in today's world? He almost can't. He almost can't even give her any advice. And do I just be a content creator, which is an option. Not everyone's going to be good at it, but it's an option right now, at least. We're in the golden age. This guy's fucking trying it. He's trying it. He's putting himself out there. He's probably trying to make money off this shit. He's seeing that, at least. Okay, you know, and he's probably right. That's probably the best advice. The internet just really got here. It's here, baby, and I don't think it's going anywhere. And when people with college degrees are making less than some jamoke like me on the internet, I'm also in, like, the top 1%, 2% category online. So it's not an easy feat. And it took me 10 years of trying. On and off, just eating shit, trying and failing, giving up and coming back. 10 years. So, but I think that's almost anything. Like, you got to be like the shit at whatever you do nowadays. Unfortunately, I hate to say that, but apparently you could just be an average guy for a long time. Kosher, dude. Chilling. You could just be full-blown regular. Make it. This is the future.
man, people. The institutions are going to get frayed to the point where I think whatever tethers us together as a society, I think is going to break. I really do. I think you'll see it this weekend. Now, I'm not saying this weekend's the end of everything, but I'm just saying, I think this weekend is a harbinger of a lot of things to come. And what you see happen this weekend will be magnitudes more insane between November of 2026 and January of 2027. Mark my words.
Okay, we're not going to mark your words. Let's go to the comment section. And when I say I'm in the 1% category of internet content video maker people, I don't mean millionaire. I mean being able to make a living and sustain yourself in America. I don't mean millions of dollars. I'm in the 1%. Most people making content can't just live solely off of making content. Just like with the college degrees, most people with regular jobs can't really make enough to thrive off a regular job, and they might need a second one, or help from this guy who is their father. That's what I mean, okay? That's what I mean by that. And I'm not happy about it. I'm just saying, if we know college is bullshit, why are we going? And if it's to party, dude, you could party for much cheaper. I've done it. College has been a joke since the birth of the internet. Yeah, I mean, I think there's still value in it, but it's just not what it used to be. It's the risk versus reward thing. That's kind of where it's at. Like, it used to be, play it safe. Play it safe. Get a job, play it safe, long run. But now, you can't play it safe. Playing it safe is more risky than taking the risk. No risk, no reward. People who take the risk usually make the money, unfortunately. This guy goes, I'm an electrician with 25 years in the trade. I haven't been out of work but maybe for 3 months in 25 years. We need people bad. Electrical work can be labor intensive at times, but for the most part, it's not that bad. One of my best friends is an electrician. And unless you take the risk, this is the risk versus playing it safe. Perfect analogy. I'm a content guy, right? And I make more than somebody who's just a regular electrician. Doesn't make sense. They're more important than I am. But I'm taking a bigger risk than the guy just working for the company who's tapped out at $35 an hour. So here's the problem. If he wants to play it safe, get a guaranteed paycheck for $35 an hour, he's never going to make a great deal of money unless he works 60 hours a week for the rest of his life because he needs overtime. Okay, but where the risk is if that guy started his own business, that guy, if he were to be successful, he would benefit. He would make more than me probably. And it's not a money game, it's more of just explaining how this works. In case you didn't know. Like, you just being average, just also having a partner, right? He said, this guy earlier said, families are dead, right? I have a wonderful girlfriend. We split the burden of life together. And we're going to be together forever and ever and shit. In my head, at least. I don't know if that's going to work. But in a perfect world, I have somebody to split the shit with, okay? On top of that, I'm taking risks, bold choices. And at one point in America, everybody was a small business. So when they go, how is everybody supposed to own a small business? It's that mindset. You think you can't. But the problem is you can't just be average nowadays. You have to do the bold thing. And if you're not going to make enough money working the regular job, then what's the point? Try something on your own. You don't need some big ass business. You could be your own entity. Like, I'm just throwing that out there. That's where life is. And when somebody doing something on the internet, selling products or doing content, drop shipping, fucking digital marketing, right? When those people are making more than your average electrician, which route are people gonna go? Why does this guy think people don't want to do electric work? They could go make $25 an hour. I can go bartend and make $50 an hour. I've done it. I'm just saying. Where's the incentive? That doesn't make any sense, right? The bartender makes more than the basic plumber? What world am I living in? The jamoke on the internet talking to a camera is making more than the fucking construction worker? Right? But that's where it's at. You have to play ball. All right. Young folks need to learn ancient skills like woodworking, beekeeping. Beekeeping? You lost me. Okay. There's another comment here. Doomsday Sayer. Life will go on like always. People eventually will find jobs. There will be recessions. I've survived 3 recessions of my own, and yet I survived. So this guy is doom and gloom. People will survive, dude. Your stats are bullshit. Yeah, I agree. I agree. It's going to keep going. Hold on. I saw a good one here. I think that's right, though, right here. The world's going to just keep going. I'll leave the link down to this dude below. But you got to look at what it is. Like, even if you're 35, 40, 45, and you could see what this guy sees, he's making content. Right? I'm not saying go make content. I'm not saying that. Okay? Not everybody's going to be successful at everything. You kind of got to know, like, I have that feeling where I go, I'm going to be good at this. I'm going to fucking do it. That's what you have to go for. That's literally what it is. Doing the traditional route that this dude that we just watched took, good fucking luck with that. I'm in Michigan on vacation. I'm going to go back to vacation. But this is a prime example of, are you willing to work 7 days a week? Because you really can't afford to just be an average person from 1983. It doesn't really exist anymore, unfortunately. Solid talk.